What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Also, we'll be taking a look at the Dow Jones at the end of the video, looking at the pre-market. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. The CME futures contracts expire today. Will that give us a big move? That's what we're going to talk about. Let's get into it. All right, guys, before we begin, just a reminder, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. This is just my opinion and my view of the market. Make up your own mind. We'll take a look at some targets, what I'm expecting. We'll start out with the higher time frames, move down to the lower time frames, and see what you guys think. But we do have the CME futures gap closing. I don't edit my videos, guys, so bear with that. But we do have the CME futures contracts expiring today. We will see what happens. Will that have a big move or not? I want to remind you guys, too, we're doing a Kobo Vault Generation 2 hard wallet giveaway. I will be doing that on Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Take a second out, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below that will get you entered to win. And on Sunday, I will be picking the winner. Let's look at the news headlines. We take a look at the news headlines on this channel just to get a feel for the sentiment of how the news is trying to steer people. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Legendary investor Jim Rogers warns government will, will put a stop to Bitcoin or whatever. So there's a bearish headline. Market wrap: Bitcoin tests 9K as market struggles. At this rate, Grayscale will own 3.4% of all Bitcoin by January. Just real quick, I want to talk about this. I did a tweet about this the other day, of how everybody wanted, the big investors, everybody wanted the big guys into Bitcoin. Well, if you take a look at how the big guys work, they have a lot of money, they can buy a lot of Bitcoin, and people think that's really bullish when they buy a lot. Not saying it's not bullish, but you have to look at it in both ways. By buying all them physical Bitcoin, they can go on to markets, put huge short positions in. They can sell the Bitcoins, make a fierce sell-off, and they can make money both ways by buying back at the bottom cheaper, but they'll be making money on shorts too. You have to keep in mind, big players have plenty of ways to make money other than just the one direction, like most of us little guys. So just bear that in mind. When all these other channels are always putting up these crazy bullish headlines, we got a new indicator. We don't change the charts. We don't claim anything new every day. We actually take a real look at the charts here. So definitely stick around and make sure you subscribe if you do like the content. Also, share it, get it out there. YouTube doesn't do the greatest job of doing that, so if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. All right, so Bitcoin price reclaims 9,300. Well, we lost that. Is scam selling suppressing the price of Bitcoin? Everybody tries to figure out why, but it's all in the charts. First mover, what's going on with Bitcoin derivatives? Trio of Bitcoin tokens lures DeFi yield farmers to new DeFi. I'm not a fan of DeFi at all. If you guys want to, you can follow me on my Twitter. It's CryptoSavy1 or at CryptoSavy1. Anyways, Fear and Greed Index, we're at 40, still the same. Actually, yesterday we were at 43. We dropped 3 points, still in the fear zone, not much difference. All right, so on the monthly, we've been watching this forever. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence, guys. A monthly close below the 93.40 is going to be looking pretty bad. If we drop below this 85.50 range, it's going to get real ugly real fast, and I'll show you that in other time frames. Starting off with the weekly. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It's by far my favorite exchange. You can trade, global markets, gold, oil, silver, everything on one exchange. Their fees are the best in the business. If you use my Savy25 promo code, you can get 25% off your fees. Savy50 will get you a 50% bonus on top of whatever you deposit into your trading account. Definitely check it out. Links down below. And like I said, I'll have a video up top. So like I said, by far my favorite exchange. You don't have to start multiple accounts to do multiple trades. You can have long-term trades along with short-term all at the same time. Short, long, everything all at once. So definitely check it out. All right, looking at the weekly, same thing, guys. Higher highs in the price action over here, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish. That's why we've been bearish on this channel for quite some time and still remaining that way. Now, at the bullish case scenario, if for some freak reason Bitcoin gets a huge pump and we can break and close a weekly, even a daily, above the 10,050 range, that gets bullish. The measured move of this falling wedge here is 16,000. That is the bullish case. Although I am bearish and sticking with the bearish case as of now until something changes. Let's look at the volume still declining while Bitcoin was rising here. And yeah, it's just not looking good for the bulls. Bulls are getting crazy offended by my videos and making crazy comments. Is what it is, guys. I'm just showing you my opinion. As of right now, we are getting support on the 8 EMA, and that's around the 9,050 range. A break of that gets us down to the 13 EMA at 8850. 21 lies around the 8,500, and the 55 lays around 82. Way down here on the weekly, we have the 200 EMA at about 5,800. Looking at the daily, this is a clean daily chart. So just to show you what happens when the market rises too fast, you can see what happened over here. You can even see what happened over here with our run to 14,000. Same thing here, guys. Ran up too fast. In need for a correction, in my opinion. And the measured move of the fall from this channel is around 6,900. I'm still looking at that. And one thing we've been watching here in the RSI, if you look at this trend line, I'd been talking about a close below this would be bearish. We got it. Not to say we don't have a pump up in the daily, and we'll talk about that. Come up, retest this trend line. Maybe close up in this area today. We could even go above it and come back down under it on the daily and then continue down. But this is bearish, guys. This is extremely bearish to me. We did close yesterday's below it. So let's take a look at the daily and a little bit more stuff going on in this chart. I'll explain best I can. This, obviously, a break of this 10,560 will break our high over here, but we still have this high over here, even if that did happen. So, yeah, it's going to be tricky here, guys. Be careful. And as of right now, the EMAs are turning bearish and getting pretty ugly here. The 55 EMA lies at around 97 or 91.77 on the daily. A close below that's going to be pretty bad news for the bulls. Let's look at Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to swing high. These white numbers here are the Fibonacci retracement levels. 8890 being the 0.236. 0.382 being 7940. 7140 is the 0.5 fib. We have the golden pocket zone down here at the around the 6150 to the 6350 range. That is the golden pocket if this is to break. We've had a target at 5400 for a very long time on this channel. 0.786 is at 5251. A break of that. Remember, guys, we do have a CME gap down here around 3500. As you can see, volume still declining while price is rising. Yeah, I'm still bearish here, guys. But like I said, the CME future contracts closing today could get a pump. I think it's going to be a dump, but keep in mind it could be a pump, and we'll look at some targets here. Let's go back over here and look at the RSI on the daily in this format we've been watching forever. Rising wedge here. And let me move this line. I don't know how these lines get moved, but oh well. So it does look like we are coming back down now. We are in this falling channel. If we come back down, it'd be a pretty quick drop. It could get really ugly there on the daily, guys. Just be cautious of that. A break of the top of this could change everything and could be, you know, looking a whole lot more bullish. Let's look for some divergence in here, and I'm not really seeing any. Nothing to write home about right now. All right, let's go into the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, I have these two trend lines off of this one trend line on top off this wick here, looking like a broadening wedge. We did pierce it a few times here. I had the bottom of that at 91.44. Get this out of the way real quick. Let's move this line down, and I like to do this while you guys are on. Basically, my channel is more to watch and learn and, you know, follow along with the charts with me. I do give you my targets of what my belief is and what I'm seeing, and it's up to you to make up your own mind. But if you watch all my videos, you will start to learn how I chart. You can develop your own off of that. But yeah, like I said, you can see all the targets are the same in this. But let's take a look at a break of this. We are gonna take this. Let's say we break down here today or tomorrow, somewhere in that range. That also gets us to that 69.08 range. Let's look at the price to break here. A breakdown below the 9,050 range again. It's most likely going to get ugly, guys. If we do drop below this 88.77, it's going to get really ugly really fast. If we, like I said, if we get that pump, we'll take a look at what that could be. But let's look at the RSI. We had this rising channel. We are still within a rising channel. We've had this touch, 1, 2, 3 touches. This did not quite touch. Looks like we can come down. If this breaks, then we're in this falling wedge. We could come all the way down to this range in the 4 hour. And that would probably be somewhere in the $8,800 to $8,500 range. And then we would probably consolidate there for a little while, maybe come back up, retest the bottom of this wedge, and continue down. That's what I'm seeing. Let's look at the 1 hour, and we'll look at some more. Let me get rid of this Fibonacci retracement, and I'll show you what that is. We're going to look at some areas to watch here. As you can see, I have this trend line off of these wicks here. And a quick pump up to retest the top of this would get us around the 93.50. If that was to break, we have the 200 EMA right around the 93.82. And all the way up to retest the bottom of this rising channel here, this trend line would be about 94.85, which 94.50 range is the 0.382 fib. So it makes there's a lot of confluence there if we were to get a pump up, guys. But I would look for major resistance at 93.50 area and then the 94.85 if this one was broken. Otherwise, you know, if the CME contracts close and force it down, then you know our targets for that. Let's just throw a target on here real quick. Throw a measured move and see if we did break down sometime today. That could get us all the way down to the 87.50 to 8,800 range. And you guys know, if you've followed Bitcoin, that is a very 8,800 is a crazy number that we've sat at many a times. We had the 55 EMA at 92.88, but as of right now, let's zoom in on the 1 hour and see where the EMAs are looking. We are getting resistance here at the 21 around 92.20. That breaks, like I said, 55 EMA is about 92.80. And then to test the top of this trend line is going to get us somewhere in the range of 93.50. A break of that, I'd be looking for 94.85, but I don't see us going much higher than that. Let me get this off of here, and we're going to put on a different Fibonacci extension just from this swing high to this swing low. We're going to put the extension on there from the swing high to the swing low, which is down here. And if we look at that 94.85, that's also the 0.618 retracement of this. So there's a good chance we hit that. The 0.5 fib is lining up with the 200 EMA on the hourly, which is at 93.82. So if we do get a pump up, it would be in this range. I don't see it going much higher, but the 0.786 would be the highest. I could see this push up going if we do get one, and that would coincide with this trading action right here, and that would be around the 9,600 range. That's the highest I see this going here. If we go much higher than that, then I could be starting to turn bullish. But yeah, I don't see us going much higher than that. Let's take a look at the RSI in the 1 hour. And as you can see, we've had this rising wedge. Adjust these a little bit. This rising wedge, we've came up and played in here for a little while, kind of got some bull traps up in here, but we are getting resistance. And let's look at, there's not really much divergence here. So yeah, within this area here, see what's going on. These are the lines you want to watch to break. But yeah, if we get up in this area, I will be shorting, putting some shorts in probably around the 93.50 and 9,500 range. If we keep going all the way up to the 96, I'll put some in there. They'll be extremely low leverage, but that's my plan as of right now. Plans change. Don't forget, another way to support the channel is inkyourimage.com. There is a link below. This is my wife's webpage. Definitely check it out. Also, keep your cryptos off the exchanges, guys, if you're not trading them. I have some hard wallet links down below that are another way to help the channel out. But on all this stuff, you can put the shirts that she has on here, or, you know, even the mugs or whatever, or you can put the coin of your choice, the saying of your choice, anything you want. Just hit her up in the contact. Let her know she can do anything with this stuff. All right, and it's quality, not garbage. Let's look at Litecoin. So looking at Litecoin, we were looking at this as a symmetrical triangle, which was at the bottom of this move. So we're looking at that as bearish. And the measured move down from the break of that is right here around the 3,900 range. We will have major support if we get down to the 4113. That's been major support and resistance for quite some time. But the measured move out of that is down here to the 3,900. We could come back up and retest this around the 4288, as high as the 200 EMA if Bitcoin does get a pump. $44 range is the highest I see this going, unless it was to come up and retest this channel here, and that would be as high as the $47 to $48 range. I doubt it, but it's definitely a possibility. And then we look at the bigger move, bigger picture here from the swing low to the swing high. These white numbers again are Fibonacci retracements. 4481 is the 0.236, which we've broken down below and got resistance. Then our next one is 0.382, which is at 4113 range. Then we have the 0.5 at 3792. Golden pocket zone between 34 and 35. 786 at 3052, and then $20 to $22 range if Bitcoin does hit that $3,500 range. Not saying it has to happen or is gonna. I'm saying be aware that it's definitely a possibility. Ethereum. Well, let's go. We didn't look at the RSI, did we? Let's look at the RSI on Litecoin. Definitely has room to come down for another touch. We've came out of this falling channel here, came back down, tested it for support, got support, came back up. Looks like we're going to come test it again and may come test the bottom of this trend line also. If we get that push up, obviously we'll be coming up to test this range. I don't see the push up, but it's definitely possible. Crazy things happen with Bitcoin on the last Friday of the month. That is when the futures expire, the contracts. All right, so I don't know why I have this here. I was looking at it. It means nothing. Same thing in Ethereum. Let's look at the price action first, then we'll come into that. So Ethereum, same thing. Our 8, 13, and 21 EMA have crossed down under the 55. That's bearish. We are getting support as of right now around the 228 range. This looks like another broadening rising wedge. And the measured move down from, if we break down in this area, is going to be right around the $155 range. Again, we have our white targets here, which are the Fibonacci retracements from the swing low to the swing high. And this is going to be the area to watch. A break of the 226 range of today, and we're going to be looking down towards the 214. And that doesn't hold 191. The 214 is the 0.236. The 0.382 is 191. 0.5 is 171. Golden pocket zone is between 147 and 153. And then we have the 0.786 at 125, which also lines up with this trend line here. And if that is to break and Bitcoin does go to those lower lows, you could be looking at a $58 to $70 Ethereum. And all those would be is stop hunts. Anyone that longed here would come down, grab their stops, boom, shoot up, make them buy higher. In my opinion, that's what I believe would happen. A lot depends on what the stock markets do also. Let's take a look at the RSI. This was a big bull trap. You can see it in the RSI. As we were looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, we broke down out of it, tested it for resistance, got resistance. We remained within this falling channel, broke out of that, tested it, got support, came up, broke through here, major bull trap. We had talked about that forever on this channel. We caught the top exactly. But anyways, as of right now, we're still getting support on that. Do we get that push up and come test this today? That's where it would be headed. Or does this just curl around and continue down? Let's see if we see any divergence here in the 4 hour. I forgot to look at that. And we stretch it out. There is some bullish divergence. We had lower lows, and this is the 4 hour. Lower lows in the price action, higher lows in the RSI. That could be just this little pump played out, done. The 55 EMA is around 235. Keep an eye on that area. We did hit this target perfectly on Ethereum. We were off by what? About 50 cents, something like that. But anyways, that was a great place to short if you guys have been watching the channel. And a break of this, I think, is a good place for a short, around 226. If you do, guys, don't be trading without using stop losses. Make sure you use stop losses. A trade of this would be trading a break of this line, putting your stop just above it. But be aware, when it does break, another good entrance is once it breaks, it usually comes back up for a retest. Or it'll fake people out, come back in, suck it up, and come back down. So keep that in mind if you are trading. All right, pre-markets. Dow is down 51 points, which could change. Anything could happen. We have almost a little over 2 hours. Yesterday, we got a bounce off of the 55 EMA on the daily, which was around 25,200 points. But guys, we've been looking at this. Lower highs in the price, higher highs in the RSI. Definitely some serious hidden bearish divergence, and this is in the daily. I think we're all about to witness the biggest money grab in history. If you watch my channel, you've heard this before, but I want people to understand my thoughts on it. And again, they're just my thoughts. But this drop here took a lot of people's money. This here is a sucker's rally. People think the feds are going to keep pumping. The feds are going to keep printing money. It's going to keep going up. Even the biggest bears in the markets now believe that. That's getting people right where they want them to put their money in for the next big drop. And 16,500 points is where I believe this is going to be headed. If that does not hold, we have lower lows down here. If this doesn't hold, it's going to get extremely ugly, guys. Just be careful. I won't touch traditional markets right now. At least the Dow or S&P. It's just ridiculous. I think a lot of people are going to get hurt here. I could be wrong. It could pump and continue pumping, but I just don't see it, guys. But anyways, thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. And when you hit that bell, also hit the all button. That will make sure you get notified. A lot of times YouTube isn't notifying. Also, if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Scroll down there and make sure it says subscribed and not subscribe. If it says subscribe, hit it again. Anyways, thanks a lot. Don't forget to share the video also, guys. Leave your comments down below. Smash the likes. I'm out.